Hello everyone, it's Kari, and today I have another fun project. I'm going to be sharing some layering tips with layering stencils. This one I'm using today is from Missing Stamps. It's called Jungle Vines. It's a 4-layer stencil. Look at this. It's got the first layer of those vines, then a second layer so you can add a different color. The third layer is a set of leaves, and the fourth layer are even more leaves. The nice thing about this stencil is you can layer up the colors. Everything's going to look awesome because you can do alternating colors. Now here's something that I learned. I can't remember who I learned it from, but I thought it was genius. And so today I'm trying it and sharing it with you. It might have been Jennifer McGuire. I am not sure, but she used her Misti to line up the stencils. And what I've done is I've put one of those Sizzix adhesive sheets in the bottom of my Misti so that it could hold that paper right in place. And then I put my stencil right into that corner of the Misti. Now to line up the second one, I'm going to put it right back in that corner, and the paper is going to stay stuck to that Sizzix sheet. And so this is going to work out so that the stencils line up perfectly every time. Here's the second layer. I'm using a darker shade of Distress Ink. The first color I used was Antique Linen. This one is Vintage Photo. And I'm putting a light layer on, but I decided I wanted it to be even darker than that. No worries, just put your stencil right back into the corner and you can ink on some more ink and it will line up perfectly. I love this technique. I thought it was really great. So for those of you that have a repositionable stamp tool like this, you can do your stenciling this way. Now I'm going to add on some green for the leaves. This is, I believe, peeled paint. And now I'm going to add an even darker green. Actually, I changed my mind. I decided to go for a lighter green. So I'm going for Twisted Citron on this layer. And look at this. It is so easy to create these amazing vines, perfect for any jungle scene that you want to create, or even if you have a floral to add to it. I think it would be so pretty with these vines in the background. If you don't have these Sizzix sheets, you could probably use some repositionable adhesive to stick your paper right into the Misti so that it will stay, and that would probably work just as well. For this one, I'm going to use another stencil from Miss Ink Stamps. This is going to be for the background of the entire card, and it's the Trellis Stencil. I'll have all the products linked below in the description on the YouTube channel, so if you want to check them out. This stencil is also very pretty. I used the Twisted Citron on here, and now I'm going to ink a little darker green around the outside with some mowed lawn, and that's going to give us a little more dimension. And now I'm going to cut down that vine stencil to make a smaller panel to fit onto this card. I hesitated cutting this down because I love those vines so much, but I needed to fit onto that card as our centerpiece, and so there we go. I just cut that down a little bit on each side. Now I'm going to use some of these friends from the Jungle Friends stamp set from Missing Stamps, and I've already colored them and cut them out. I also used a bird from the Pretty Bird stamp set. I used a cockatoo here, and I colored them up in some shades of yellow and green. And for the sentiment, I'm going to stamp that down right directly onto the vine background, and this says "Wild About You." I think you could use almost any of the sentiments in these stamp sets. It would be perfect. There's a Happy Birthday stamp in the bird stamp set as well, which I really think I might add because this will be a great birthday card, probably for one of my nephews. So now I'm going to go ahead and start putting this completely together. I want to arrange those friends in sort of like a grouping here. I'm going to have the bear hold that bird in his hand. So cute. I really love these characters. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the characters together before I adhere them to the background. That way they're one big grouping, so it's easier for me to add some foam tape to the whole entire group. So I'm just adding them all together. They're not attached. See here? They're not attached to the background. And now I can cut some foam tape down and add it to all of those friends and pop them up directly on there. So So this is kind of what we're going to get here. I'll go ahead and glue down the panel to the other stenciled background panel. And then I'll put both of them on a card base. It's 110 pound. And now we're ready to add all the friends with foam tape, pop them up. And there's our card, just one finishing touch. I wanted to add a little touch of gold to this card, so I'm adding a few gold gemstones. I like to add these in odd numbers, so today I'm just adding 3. Just 3 of those. I think it adds a really fun shiny touch to this card. And there you go. I'm going to give you a little closer look at this. There is our card for today. I hope you enjoyed these techniques, and especially that technique for layering up your stencils. I think it works really, really well. I'll be back really soon with more card making inspiration. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.